Welcome to the village. Just continuing my series interviewing the people I've been working with this summer. Now I have Bonface, the in-charge nurse of pediatric and medical ward, and Richard, the nutrition nurse of pediatrics.
Yeah, thank you for the chance. I'm called Boniface Sene Charles, the in-charge of pediatric. Okay. So I'm happy to have this session.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Boniface.
Thank you, Abbas. I'm called Abio Richard, the nutrition nurse hired by CMMB. I took time in the St. Teresa Mission Hospital. General, also, I work in pediatric ward.
We can jump right in. Like Richard, you mentioned you're hired by CMMB. You're hired to take care of like malnutrition, things like that. But with Boniface, you're hired by St. Teresa itself.
Yeah, I've been here in St. Teresa for like the past 5 years. I joined here in 2018, so as a train-on job. Then I got the chance through the same hospital they sent me for studies. I went for studies, I came back in 2022. Then I joined immediately. Now so far, 2 years with my professional work, being employed by the St. Teresa Mission Hospital. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. So St. Teresa sent you to WOW, it's called?
Yeah, St. Teresa sent me to WOW. Then I went there for nursing. It was 3 years, since 2019 up to 2022.
What type of work were you doing before you went to school?
I was working the same work of nursing, but as a student train-on job, being taught by some of the seniors in the field, doing other minor things, because I was in need of becoming a nurse. So I started before as a student train-on job, then they sent me for studies when they saw like I have interest in it. That's how I went to school.
You said you found an interest in nursing while you were working here. So what is it about nursing that made you interested?
I became interested in nursing because when I joined as a student train-on job, I saw the kind of work which the nurses were doing. They were really devoted, giving heart to serve the community. And it feels good when you treat someone and someone say thank you, you become very happy because you have rescued someone who will have died just because of the simple work you have done. So I decided to choose this profession because our community is really in need of help. Because in the past, we used not to have qualified people. But through this, we can gather up and help the community. That's what made me really to join this nursing, to serve the community which were in need of help.
That makes sense. It's true. And since I've been here, I've seen so many children have been dying when it seems like there could be some sort of medication or resources or education or more knowledge to help them to survive. So it's hard to see. How do you deal with this type of problem?
Most of the cases which we are seeing, it needs technical people. Then these technical people is us. If you are working on the patient and you know really what you are going to do, God can help you in order to rescue the patient. So I see it like the work we are doing, it is somehow helping, and I feel great about it.
What about before, when you see like that there's children that need help and there's no ability to help them?
Before it was there really, and it used to be so painful because there are some children who had difficulties. Even before you came in Mavash, we had some children who were dying seriously, especially the months of May, April. But when we had technical people on the ground, you and Dr. Joseph, if we can sum the months, the time we have spent here, really, it has helped. The death rate has reduced, which means there is really a need of these technical people in the ground.
Makes sense when you have training, hiring people like Dr. Joseph or sending volunteers to CMMB to help. we can also spread that knowledge to the other staff. What about you, Richard? So what was your background? I know you've worked for other humanitarian organizations before.
Yeah, I've worked for some of organization, but first of all, I suppose to also narrate why I took also initiative to become a nurse. There are two scenarios. One, when I was young, then during the war, I had a septic wound at my leg, and then by that time, my father was here in South Sudan. Our mother took us as refugees in Uganda. There's no way my mother left us at home when we were young. She went to go and farm in another businessman so that she get money to buy a drug for the wound. I stayed like almost 2 months plus with the wound. There's no nearby PSCC or PSCU or hospital. Life is difficult. This issue of nursing, I don't know actually, but my planning, if I get chance, I must to be a person who work in the hospital. With the scenario, I really suffer. Now, when she came back with the drug, then they have put apply on my wound, the wound heal. Then two, because as a refugee, the life is difficult. The number are many. When maybe one of us as a family maybe fall sick, the mother took us in the health seconds behavior. She can stay the whole day, meaning that also say there is a need of health workers in future if get a chance to work in the hospital so that to help the situation. That is my motive to become a nurse. Then the first job I started working with the Save the Children International. I work in Nile Hospital as a nutrition nurse. The program finished, I worked like for 5 months, the fund ended. I also got chance with the MSF. We started from Juba County, that is emergency situation for cholera. The situation of cholera stopped, then they also have a chance to also take me to Awil. I went to Awil also. I worked in pediatric ward for almost a year. I decided to turn the offer due to some family issue, because also the place of work is far from my home. I came home, I stayed like 5 months. Then also I joined ACF, Action Against Hunger, as nutrition officer. I also worked like almost 3 years. Thereafter, in 2019, I got also a chance with the CMMB as a nutrition nurse. That's why till now I'm also within them as a nutrition nurse. Mostly my training, I work in nutrition department for long. I did not go for specialization for nutrition, but when I work for long, that's why I have experience in nutrition.
Done such great work all over for so many organizations with nutrition. I mean, it's important, especially with so many children. I don't think people completely understand the amount of malnourished children. Do you have anything to explain how it happens or what the treatment is like?
When I was in Nimule, because I worked with the program IDP, the IDPs came from Jongole State, that is from Bor. The community where I stay, or maybe the hospital where I work, there are few cases actually, because most of them, they are aware of total balance of preparing food to their children. But the IDPs, someone leave his or her home area, then the shortage also food is there. But also the issue of cultural behavior, the sickness also contribute maybe to also bring malnutrition cases, things like malaria, if the season for rain, especially from July, August up to September, the area of Awel, that is the time for severe malaria, then cases of pneumonia. That is one of the cause also bringing malnourished cases. And then the type of also food stamp they are also having, especially in Awel, they have a few food stamp like they are producing granules, sorghum. That is the most food stamp. And when you look at the 7 food nutrients, it really need some of the green vegetable, also the carbohydrate, proteins, mineral, salt, and fat. They are very important contributing. Then also they're lacking a clean drinking water. A clean drinking water, it is also in some area, village, it is very difficult to have things like a borehole. It's rare, except in the town where you will get it. Now, those things, it's also contributed mostly children who are a high chance of getting malnourished. The program we are doing like a CMMB program. A CMMB program comprised like 4 components. Like we have OTP that is the outpatient therapeutic program, where some case without medical complication, they get routine medication like Plaminate, like amoxicillin, anti-malaria, zinc. Then we have also TCP, that is targeted supplementary program, both for lactating and women, mothers who are pregnant and also lactating mother. When screen also the MUAG is less than 23 centimeter, they also been enrolled in the program. That one, they also are getting CMMB, cereal products. That is mostly, it is for porridge. Then we also have community mobilization, where we have volunteer for nutrition worker. They can also screen children under 5. Then also include the mothers. When they get the case, they can also refer to us or to OTP, to TSAP, to Stabilization Center. The program was really running well. ACF really took time up to now. When they got the new project, they're still there. For us, we also based in the Stabilization Center. Like in the cases with medical complications, also they refer to us.
And here for CMMB, when there's a SAM case, severe acute malnutrition.
Yeah, here also more or less the same case. There are 2 to 3 things me personally, I got. Once, the issue of cultural behavior. You'll get mothers who are pregnant, maybe a child, maybe the other sibling, who did not maybe reach to 2 years, maybe unfortunate the mother got pregnant. Instead of the mother could allow the young one to breastfeed, still maybe the other one in the womb to deliver first, then to win from the whatever. But once when the mother got pregnant, even the child is 7 or maybe 8 months, they stop. That is also could contribute, because breast milk, it is one of the nutrition component as exclusive breast milk. It contains also 7 food nutrients in the breast milk. Once when the child is stopped from breastfeeding, then the parent are not able to buy some formula milk, automatically the child become malnourished. Is one of the causes here. 2, when the season also for farm started here, you'll see most of the parents, they migrate in the farm with the small children. When the sickness started, they concentrate on farm. Then you'll get also the sickness with worsen. When they come now, the hospital, it will be late all the time. Sometimes that is the result to severe anemia, malnutrition. Then another thing also, there are 2 things I studied once. It could be also the culture. You'll see there are There are few homes, normally they prepare maybe breakfast for their children. There are few. Children under 5, the development of the brain is very rampant. Then they need enough food in their body. They're supposed to have at least with snack 3 foods to be eaten per day, maybe breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Yeah.
Mostly, you'll say children regard also one, let me say, supper. They miss breakfast and lunch. It is very difficult. I don't know, that is the issue of finance to maybe plan maybe a meal at home. It is very difficult to understand. Another thing, in terms of food availability in here in Western Equatorial General, they are available. Available is only it need the emphasis of food demonstration, especially to the mother, so that if they combine maybe this to this, or maybe the breakfast this, lunch they cook this, supper they cook this, they form total food nutrient. It's very important. The volunteer for nutrition need to be also taught to educate the mother in the village. It's very, very important.
So part of it is not understanding, not being educated on how important nutrition is for children, and part of it is not being able to afford enough food.
The issue they understood, like maybe the sign and symptom of a child to become malnourished. Most of the time, the nutrition volunteer, they give awareness to the community. Then another thing also, the distance. Sometimes most of the children enroll in the program. Sometimes they also come also late. The nutrition workers, most of them, they are not senior 4 liver. Ideally, sign and symptom for any sickness, it will be recognized very fast by maybe health personnel like nurses. Maybe in the future, it is very important. All the nutrition workers supposed to be nurses, or maybe the health worker. They can detect early sign and symptom, then they refer the cases in the hospital.
Yes, early is better, because we've seen with severe malnutrition, when there's medical complications, it's so difficult to hydrate or give the nutrients back. And those are the children who their immune system is compromised. So those are the children who are most likely to die of complications with malaria, pneumonia, things like that. So that's important work that you're doing. So you are the main nurse, but what else is needed to help these nutrition programs run? So you mentioned nurse, volunteers.
In the pipeline, or maybe the suggestion I can give to improve the cases of malnutrition, or maybe to prevent or to reduce. One of the things, it is very important when we have community outreach group. Sometimes maybe we can go then involve the community leader to mobilize. Maybe some area we can check from register where mostly the cases come from. We go and give health section. Also, we involve the community leader to know there are some sign and symptom, so that they also move. If any child maybe have a sign, maybe the child look, the hair look brown, the legs is swelling, they can also talk to the family. You take the child to the hospital, or maybe to the nearby health facility. That's one of the things. Then 2, the CMMB is supposed to also add the number of volunteers, depend on villages. Like when it is at Alabara, for example, if the village is big, the number of volunteers supposed to be also added, so that they can move around to also see children who are sign of malnutrition. They also send also early to the health facility. With the help of volunteers on nutrition, also the staff, they can organize also a massive screening The massive screening by MUAC, all the children, maybe, when we organize, send the message there, the community leader will mobilize all the children under 5, supposed to bring in maybe one of the, under the tree, then they volunteer with some of the staff, they can screen all, and then they also included the pregnant mothers and lactating. Their MUAC also need to be screened. If this maybe happen once or twice in a month, it is also can prevent. Then another thing, the groups or volunteer also with the help of CMMB, the implementation pattern, if they also form women groups, gardens for maybe green vegetable. If they can also have a group, they can also produce. It's very important for their children, like things like tomatoes, eggplant, they can also have it in their group. Then if they come more, they can, even the group will sell to nearby neighbors or maybe nearby village. It is also very important. Another thing, though, the issue of the culture for maybe winning a child early, it is also very important. The message need to be also given to the mothers, including also their husband. The message need to be also advertised maybe through FM, through the chat. If anything happen, maybe pregnancy, the child is still small, the mother and the family, maybe the husband or the mother, they are not supposed to stop the child from breastfeeding until the baby give a new birth, then they can stop because the breast milk is not enough for the two. If those were the message, if it is really preached to the community, then it can help. Another thing also, the food demonstration. A food demonstration is very important. The combination of food, because even if they complain, okay, I don't eat this food because I don't have money to buy, but that's not the case. Availability of food material or food stuff in the small market, in the garden, if they apply well, it can provide all the food nutrients. Like land, if someone cook gadia, maybe the supper, you cook the same, you cook greens, but another name of the green, like we call maybe pagi leaf. You also maybe add with some others, or maybe some local beans, because they also have. Those are the things, it will be very good. It can improve the total balanced diet. Then the children will be okay. Maybe lastly or the least, the clean water. But here I'm saying most of the community, they are drinking clean water, though they have well. They have clean well. Then others, they also have they can have well at home. They can also put the borehole on top. That one, it provide clean water. It's supposed to provide clean water. Then in terms of sanitation or maybe waste product, thing like a pig latrine, it is also very important. When all the feces, maybe the children defecate around, the mother or the parent collect, then they go in the houses and pig latrine also, it is very important. Because if they leave it feces any around, then the flies also will just bring then contaminated, especially maybe food which is not uncovered. It is also very important to be taught, meaning nutrition and wants need to be in ones. Then the number of staff also to give the message, it is also very important to the CMMB supposed also add the number of staff. Especially to my side here, though the staff, we are working hand in hand, but ideally we are supposed to be many in nutrition department, because if there's a child being admitted there, the monitoring or the feeds is supposed to be prepared by staff. then monitor maybe, okay, at this time need about be given, this time this about be given. But I'm alone, I cannot do it like that. Okay, the mothers or maybe the parents, or maybe I will delegate the staff who are working special for night. Then they are the one monitoring, but that is not enough. That is my message. Maybe I can add. Thank you.
Yes, so nutrition program is a very big, complex program because there's so many aspects to prevention, education, treatment, screenings. So there's CMMB is involved, but there needs to be more. There needs to be more. That's true. Ashley and I always wondered, like, there's only one nutrition nurse, and it seems like, we need more, even in the community.
In the community, the volunteer are there, but most of the volunteer, the criteria of selection, to my understanding, is not up to date, because it is very important if someone also have ambition to work, he also being selected, they concentrate. But some, they are there by name, they concentrate to do their work, but because they have some small incentive, when the incentive comes, they go and receive. But the actual referral system, because they are the one to refer cases, maybe new case, also they follow up. Like special children being admitted in the outpatient therapeutic program, they're supposed to follow exactly the ratio being given. Are they sharing with the sibling or the family member they are selling some away? Because when you go to the market, you get also the supply in the market. Where the supply come from? Is it from individual or where? Those were the work of volunteers is very important. But I'm not saying referral slip from the community by volunteers. It is rare.
And the volunteers that are needed, is that like international volunteers, or are there local volunteers? What kind of credentialing do they need?
The volunteers, I think that is the local volunteer, that is called nutrition workers volunteer. Normally they do screening. They screen children under 5 by MOA. They screen also by bilateral pitting edema. When they detect, they refer. If they refer others direct, they refer to AC, because if bilateral pitting edema, maybe from the feet up to the leg, that is the edema grade 3. That one they refer direct to AC. That is our case. Then maybe edema, maybe +1 or +2, without medical complication, they refer to outpatient. But it is very rare. To me, I suggest, though they are there, but they are not working well. We are not receiving the referral in appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sorry I made you talk about nutrition for so long. You're doing great work, and so many people have so much to learn from you, and we have these malnourished children that end up in the high dependency unit, especially when they have the bilateral pitting edema. We know they're severe and they're usually sick with something. So having you kind of take care of that and show people, it really helps. But, you're not able to do it alone. It's unfair to ask. What about, like, you personally? I mean, is this something that you, obviously it seems like there's some rewards in it, but there's also frustrations. You have your own family to take care of. You have 5 children. Do they all live here with you?
In terms of my family, because the place where I came from, it is from Eastern Equatorial State, and the issue of also the conflict. I took my family to Uganda as a refugees. In the refugees' life, it is very difficult. You will not get a work. I decided to come back to my country so that I get something, then I support my family. It is very rare to get a scholarship in refugees' life in Uganda. The little money I get, I also send to them to support them in the school. And then currently also the ratio, they have cut off. I remember I was saying last year in June, we are no longer getting a food ratio in the refugees. The lives actually It is not easy because I'm not staying near to my family. Sometimes if maybe other thing happen to my family to need my personality, then it is really, it give for me stress, but in no way, because if I leave to work, then they also suffer more as one. Good enough also, CMMB have a system when you come to work, you stay for 3 months, then you go also visit your family. That is a break, a leave. Normally, after 3 months, I go and visit my family, like 2 to 3 weeks sometime, then also I come back. That is the good part.
Even your children, your wife, everybody is in refugee?
Yeah, my wife and my children, they're all in refugees life. Currently, they're still there, but our place, actually, it is now a bit, people started the cell repatriation. The reason I'm not bringing them back now, because the official repatriation did not start. And then also they are not good at school. And then also in terms of health-seeking behavior, is not good. That is the reason I said let them stay. If thing goes well, then I will bring them back.
What type of living situation are they in as refugees?
Before, they used to give for us a monthly ratio, like they're giving maize grain, they're giving cooking oil, they're giving soap, they're giving salt. But the grade of refugees, they say grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Like when they did the census, grade 3, when the family member, maybe they will ask the level of education, when maybe 2, 3, or maybe the wife and the husband, they have maybe a certain level of education, they say that one a grade 3. Then grade 2, they are both mother and a father, children. They are there, but they have not gone to school, or maybe they go, maybe they drop up from secondary, whatever. But grade 1, the type of family you'll see sometime once mothers, then the husband maybe die, then she's not educated, maybe also the father alone without also mothers, without the wife, the children are there. Grade 1 and grade 2, they're still getting ratio, but grade 3, they have stopped. Because my wife, she's a teacher by professional, grade 3. She's teaching one of the refugee school supported by Window Trust. That is the reason they stop all refugees family who are grade 3. Currently, we are not receiving, but the small work she's doing, also what I'm getting here, we manage to pay the children small in the school. Then also sometime, also the issue of food. If we pay another term, also maybe another term is also a problem, because you need to divide the money, buy food item. Also, you need to also pay the children to school.
Yes.
Yeah, it is tedious.
Yes.
But there's no way. Yeah, there is no way.
Still a struggle. Thank you for sharing that. I know it's also a struggle just to be away from them. I'm sure it's hard for all of you to be apart.
Yeah, because I have planned also to add my education, maybe career in nursing. I hope if I add, then also in future when I get a job, then it will be the salary will be higher than what I'm getting now. But also to get the chance, always maybe to get support, it is also not easy.
Yes.
That is my plan. If God gave for me a chance, then I suppose also go and do a special lesson. Maybe one of the things I plan to go to do radiology thing, like maybe X-ray or maybe ultrasound.
Okay.
Then also if that one fail option, maybe anesthetics also I'm interested
That's nice.
to do also, have also a plan like what the Ashley did also, because this nurse for neonatal whatever
yes.
nurses, or maybe intensive care unit. I'm
Yes.
also those one all my
That's
dreams,
great.
all my
That's
dreams.
great.
That one all needs support. I know if I get the chance I can do it, but now it needs support.
Needs some finances.
It needs finance. It needs finance. That's the problem. Because the little salary is very difficult to save here. You need to also food, anything also happen, relative support, the family, because our life is not like a European life. Anything the family, when you are getting things, then they call. As I talked the other time, I lost my mother-in-law. Yesterday I lost my my stepmother.
So sorry.
I lost my stepmother. That one all tedious. This one all need support.
They need support and help, and they call you because you're working.
They call me. Need also something to say. Really.
And it's expected that one person works, and it's money to support everybody.
Because for them, they actually they don't know when you are working. They don't know how much you are getting. Then also like they don't know how much are you pay your kids in the school. Are you saving the money or not? They don't know. You don't give, say you are not good person. It's really, life is hard.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
So it's interesting. We always say that in the Western culture we are more isolated because the community is not together. But on the other hand, the community doesn't keep taking from you either. So like you have community, but you're also not. You can be on your own without anybody bothering you so much and saying you're not a good person for not giving money. So everything has its pros and cons, I guess.
We stay in the extended family. My father is polygamy family. We are actually, he has 3 wives. The one died yesterday, that is the first wife. My mother was the second wife. And then the third one left. She also has 2 kids. He also died. He died in 2012 actually. Now, in all these, most they are ladies. Like for my mother, I'm a lone boy. 4 ladies. I'm the only one study.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to support.
Yeah. This is my near family. But also other extended one, they also
too.
is there.
That's just direct.
From in-laws.
And then you have your own
from
children.
Clan. My children also. I'm struggling.
Working and giving it all. Not for comfort, but for everyone else's life.
Yes. Working hard, then make sure also the small work I have, I should not also, maybe by chance when you are not concentrating, then they also stop giving contract to you. I don't want that. I want to work hard so that if any changes also, they include me, I continue.